Hello fellow Dragonborn, Kato Genesis here, with another guide for Skyrim. I've done so many Skyrim guides. Even if you didn't opt in for Anniversary Edition, Special Edition users get 4 free pieces of Creation Club content, one that is completely new. If you have questions like, what free Creation Club stuff do I get, and how do I access or start the quest for Saints and Seducers, or where the heck do I fish? This guide will hopefully answer that. First of the free stuff to go over is the survival mode modifier. This is able to be toggled on once you leave Helgen at the beginning of the game, and any point after that in your gameplay settings, where it has its own checkbox. Survival mode puts importance on the basic survival needs of a character in a place like Skyrim, so you'll need to keep your character fed, rested, and warm, lest they incur penalties on their health, magicka, and stamina getting worse over time. There's also no natural health regeneration, a reduced carry weight, you'll need to rest in a bed to level up, and no fast travel, so you'll need to take a carriage or a horse, or do it the old-fashioned way, on foot, to get from place to place. There's also new diseases and afflictions, including things like food poisoning. If you need further clarifications on what survival mode includes, it's under the help section of your menu in the survival mode section. If immersion in Skyrim is something you're all about, survival will just add more to it. Second of the free pieces of content is rare curios. This is a whole bunch of items rotated in to the Khajiit caravans that are traveling around Skyrim, primarily meeting up outside of places like Whiterun. This adds 51 more ingredients from Morrowind, Oblivion, and the Shivering Isles to Skyrim, as well as new craftable crossbow bolts if you join the Dawn Guard, cork bulb arrows, which are able to be crafted by you or bought from the Khajiit caravan, which have a 25% chance to paralyze a target for 4 seconds, the ability to craft poisoned apples, which characters automatically consume if you plant it in their pockets, as well as Varla stones and Welkin stones that work as a common soul gem and a magicka recovery gem, respectively. So rare curios is just more stuff to play with. While not required, I found out, the third piece of free content, Saints and Seducers, works really well with rare curios because it includes the usage of some rare curios ingredients, but it has a lot of its own things too. To begin the Saints and Seducers content, you need only find Rhysod, the leader of one of the Khajiit caravans, outside of Whiterun or Markarth, speak to him asking about the safety of the roads, at which point he will give you a note on bandit attacks, which you'll need to read to start the quest Balance of Power. The quest starts you off going to various bandit outposts and taking out some generic bandits wearing some not so generic Saint and Seducer armor and equipment. The quest will even result in taking you to a dungeon that looks very close to something you would find in the Shivering Isles expansion of Oblivion, but in Skyrim. Doing the main quests and the side objectives will grant players a whole bunch of items to play with as well as craft themselves, including 2 young pet elytras, one dementia, one mania, the ability to unlock amber and madness smithing as well as golden and dark smithing, 2 possible Daedric artifact weapons, a few pieces of magical equipment including the madness helmet of recovery and the hilarious ring of disrobing, yes, it works on companions, and even spell tomes to summon dark seducers and golden saints to do your bidding as if you were the mad god yourself. There's a whole lot of content to experience with Saints and Seducers, and it's nice to see a taste of the Shivering Isles added in to Skyrim. Finally, out of 4 pieces of free content that comes along with Special Edition now, as well as being something brand new to Skyrim entirely, is fishing. And on the surface, it's simple enough. You can first experience fishing early on in the game, either in the Embershard mine that has a fishing rod and some fishing supplies next to the forge near the water, and in Riverwood as well, right next to the bridge. You need to only pick up the fishing rod, equip it, and activate said fishing supplies, and bam, you're fishing. And the game will give you a little summary on how to fish. It's very simple. Wait till there's about 3 or 4 tugs, and when there's a big tug on the line, reel it in. Having to use the fishing supplies pre-placed around the map means you'll have to find them in order to fish in a certain location. However, general goods vendors, like Bellathor at the general goods store in Whiterun, do sell fishing maps that'll show you exactly where those fishing spots are. There's a nice variety of fish to catch around Skyrim, and a surprising amount, say 20 or more quests, if you head head to the Riften Fishery, which you are directed to after catching your first fish anyway. Speaking to Swims in Deep Water and Argonian in the fishery will trigger quests for you one after the other, handing you a list of 4 fish to catch at a time. You'll also be connected with Viria, another person at the Riften docks who gives you various fishing bounties, which will sometimes result in completely unique jewelry, like the Ring of Khajiit, for example, which grants you 10% faster movement and allows you to cast the spell Hide, an apprentice level invisibility spell. There's other unique jewelry that you can just catch in various fishing spots, and by the end you'll have multiple fishing rods used for different things: big fish, small fish, or even items. You know, the Hearthfire houses you can get in Skyrim also benefited from fishing, where you can add on an entirely new room dedicated to fishing in your cellar that includes fish tanks and fish plaques, as well as a place for your fishing supplies. Yes, fellow Dragonborn, this has become some of the new endgame content: fishing. So tell me, if you are playing Special Edition and enjoying this new free content, what are you enjoying the most? What kind of cool items did you get? There is plans to make an Anniversary Edition guide as well, so if that is finished, that should be in the end card somewhere here. But like I said, there's so many other guides that I created, including this Skyrim Ultimate Leveling Guide. If you're looking to level a particular skill and not exploit your way there, that's what this guide is for, on screen now and linked in the description. Others on screen now are my patrons. Thank you so much to them. Thanks to Wasteland Legend Sven. And if you found this guide useful, entertaining, or both, please do whatever it is you see fit to show that. I'm Kato Genesis, and may you wander Skyrim like you own it.